Big hit. Big hit. Yes! On the revolver. Come here, buddy. What's up, guys? Welcome to Orange 22 Fishing. My name is Dave. Today we're out here reviewing the Googan Baits Revolver. This is something that I've never tried before. It's a new bait out on the market, comparable to the Whopper Plopper. Now, I'm a big Whopper Plopper guy. It's going to be hard to convert me over to these right here, but I'm going to give it a go, give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions on this bait. We're going to test out on this pond right behind me here that I've never fished before. I've known about it for a long time, but I just never really felt like fishing it. But today we're going to try it out, and hopefully this revolver comes through for us. Got very, very hot conditions today. It's 95 degrees probably, a little bit of wind going on too, and it's the heat of the day right here. It's about noon, so we're just gonna see what happens today with the Googan Bait Revolver. Hopefully we get some big fish, and hopefully it's a fun episode. So stay tuned. We're gonna get out on this pond and see what happens today. As I take this thing out of the package, I want you guys to notice a couple of things here with this bait. It does have the plopper thing in the middle right here that turns in the water. The regular Whopper Plopper has that on the back end right here. So that's something different, obviously. And of course we have the flat back to it right here. This is supposed to prevent the revolver from turning on its side like the Whopper Plopper does. Because if you get something in between the little creases here on the Whopper Plopper, it goes like this in the water and it kind of, you know, dissuades the fish from biting. But this flat back right here is supposed to keep that from happening with this bait. So, man, without any further ado, I'm gonna tie this thing on and we're gonna get right over to the pond to see just how this thing works. Man, I have just shot my intro, just tied on the bait, and I'm already like dripping in sweat. It is absolutely blazing out here. Probably the hottest day we've had here in Delaware all year long, but walking up on the pond now, and it's looking pretty juicy, to be honest. I think we're gonna have that shoreline pattern where we just cast along in those shade lines, because those bass should be tight to structure. They should be up in that cover just because of the heat of the day right now, and hoping for that reaction bite with this revolver. Got all kinds of little minnows right here too as I'm walking up. It seems to me, just off my first cast impression, that tail is spinning much faster than the Whopper Plopper tail, even when I'm just retrieving it at a normal rate of speed, kind of even slow retrieve. That thing is just spinning at like 2 times the speed of the Whopper Plopper. Yeah, see this stuff right here? This is what those fish are gonna be under today, I believe. If I was a fish, that's where I'd go right now. So far, so good though, as far as it not rotating in the water like the Whopper Plopper does. Because on that cast right there, I think I did get some scum in there. It was kind of swimming on its side a little bit, but it wasn't fully going over like that plopper does. Let's go right down the shoreline right there. That should be perfect cast. Oh, what's going on here? It's fouled up somehow. These hooks, man, unbelievably sharp. Just when I was tying this bait on, I hooked myself like 3 times just from the hook swinging around, and that never happens with any other bait. They just grab onto you, man. They're unbelievably sharp. A lot of baits, you'll have to change out the hooks on them because the stock hooks that come are just dull and don't really latch onto the fish when they bite. But this one, I will not have to do that because those are some of the sharpest hooks I've ever felt in my life. That action is just crazy. Look at this, guys. It's so weird having that plopper thing in the middle. Look at the baby turtle right there, guys. Look how big this bait is next to that thing. He's scared of it. That is one of the smallest turtles I've ever seen in my life. The little bass just came out right from under this stuff like I was talking about. It's definitely where they're gonna be. All right, we covered this area pretty good. I'm gonna go over to a little spot that's in the clearing of the trees over there. We're gonna throw over there, and then we'll work our way down on that end of the pond. It's actually a pretty long and narrow pond, so we'll cover as much water as we can here. If we don't get anything, be moving on to another pond, but I'm confident we're gonna get something today. Gotta stay hydrated out here, man. It is just on fire. This is classic Delaware weather for you. One day you'll be in the 90s, almost 100 degrees, and then the next day you'll be at like 55 and gotta wear a hoodie. Messes up the fishing a lot of times because I don't know what the heck's going on. Ooh, it's a little overgrown, it looks like, but there's definitely a little path right here. Maybe we'll be able to get some shade. No snakes or spiders, that's all I ask for. I almost stepped on a snake yesterday while I was fishing. These birds are not happy with me. I think they're building nests right now and they're trying to dive bomb me over here. It's been happening in a lot of ponds. This thing almost looks like a bird, like floundering around in the water. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Because that plopper thing being in the middle, the paddle, it makes it look like wings coming out either side. I guess this thing could definitely mimic a little bird if we do have all these birds that were just dive bombing me with nests right here. And you know, it's probably not uncommon for a baby to fall out of the tree into the water. I'm sure these bass are definitely fine with munching up on one of those, so just could imitate that for sure. Let's keep covering water. We'll head on down to that other end down there. Looks like there's some more shade down that way, so thinking that's where the fish might be. It's also a little bit deeper down there, I've heard, so yeah, let's hope that's where the fish are congregated, because so far they have not wanted anything to do with the Revolver. Definitely not the easiest pond to access. I mean, you gotta go through the freaking woods to get over there if you even can. I don't know if you can. I don't know if I want to. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I can get over there. I mean, I could, but there's got to be a better way. As we walk over to this other side right here, if you guys have already fished with the Googan Revolver, let me know how you did down in the comments down below. I'm curious to see just a general consensus of how people are doing with this thing, because obviously the Whopper Plopper is a great bait. Everybody seems to love it. I absolutely love it. I've caught tons of giant fish on it. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this compares right here. So let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to all you guys. Aha, here's a spot. Way down on the other end of the pond. Got some kind of dock right here. What the heck is this? Probably the worst dock I've ever seen, to be honest, but should serve the purpose. I mean, we got the waders too, so I can just walk around. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? Maybe not. Afraid to even stand on this thing, man. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna hop down off of this thing. I'm trying to get this angle so I can cast along here, and if you're standing on here, you can't really get past that tree or that tree. But if I wade out a little bit, I'm gonna be able to have that angle that I'm looking for. Let's hope this mud down here is not that disgusting sinking mud that you just step on and it goes all the way up to your chest and you can't get out and you die. Yeah, it feels all right so far. Sinking a little bit, but I've definitely experienced worse. Hello. See, now we have that great casting angle. We can really get around that edge of the tree kind of, and if I wade out a little bit more, I should be able to get clear down in that corner. I'm hearing some little blow-ups right along the sides, like super close to shore. It's Seems like bass are chasing bait right up in these weeds, stuff like this. But obviously I can't cast this in something like that, so if I get a bite, it's gonna have to be somewhat out in the middle. Only a matter of time. It's like a ticking time bomb just waiting to go off when this thing gets exploded on. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Gonna give it a few more casts down this way, and then if we don't get anything, we'll head out to our other spot. See if they're more keen to the revolver over there. But man, I really do want to pull one out of this pond because I know they're in here. Got one. Yes! On the revolver. Let's freaking go. Not even a giant, I don't think. But we did get one on the revolver. Heck yeah. Come here, baby. Come to Papa. Yes. Nice fish. Nice fish. All right, let me put my rod somewhere. Holy crap. All right. I'm gonna lay my rod right here and admire this beautiful topwater first ever revolver fish. This is a, oh crap, I just let him go. All right, well, you guys saw him. We did get one and we will get more. About a 2-pounder right there though. He slammed this thing. I knew with all these casts we'd get rewarded here. Got a ton of grass up in here now though, gotta clean out, but that is so much fun. I love catching topwater fish. I love Whopper Plopper fish, and now I love revolver fish. Pretty similar, to be honest with you, but we did get one off of it here, and this is a tough pond. Ah, yeah, that is so nice. Right off of those sticks down there. I knew we would get one. That was a really beautiful fish too, like super dark green. See if we can't pull one more out of this pond. That one hit on just a slow, steady retrieve. And that's another one. Ah, oh, freaking spit it, dude. Holy crap, that was a bigger one. Oh man, right in that same spot. But yeah, slow, steady retrieve. As I'm demonstrating that, one pops it again. Maybe this is the sweet zone over here. I don't know how he got off. Like I said, these hooks are unreal and how sharp they are. Could be a result of the design of this bait, to be honest with you, because right here the Whopper Plopper has the hooks up here and the tail on the back, and this one does not have a hook on the whole front. So a lot of the times the fish will eat a bait head first, and if that's what happened there's no hook up there. So could be a flaw of this bait for sure, or I could just be going down a rabbit trail and that fish came unhooked for other reasons, but I don't know, I'm thinking maybe that's what it was. Got some clouds rolling in right now, which is great for 2 reasons. First thing, it cools me down a little bit because it is insanely hot, as I mentioned many times, I'm sure. And the second thing is that it's better for topwater. A little bit of wind coming through, a little bit of cloud cover, perfect topwater conditions. Holy crap, I just stepped in a hole. One thing I am noticing about the revolver that you guys might find interesting is sometimes when you cast, the plopper piece right here lands upright like this. It doesn't just naturally come down there too easily. I think they need to put a little bit more weight in there so when it first hits the water, it comes down like this. Because a few times I've cast out there, probably on 5 casts or not, if not more, and it's been like this and you just drag it across the top. There's no plopping action for the first 2 seconds of when it hits the water until it kind of rights itself. But a lot of times that's when you get the hits, is the first couple of seconds. So I want that thing down in there churning the water as soon as it hits. You just can't afford to have those cast in your fishing outing where it's not having the action right when it hits the water. So if Googan is watching this video, I hope they kind of make a little change there and put some more weight into this bait on the plopper piece so it naturally sinks down there and starts churning right when it hits the water. It does most of the time, but there have been, I'd say 10% of my casts have been Kind of weird action when it hits the water, or no action whatsoever. All right, so we got 2 hits on this thing at this pond. Went 1 for 2 on them. Got 1 fish, broke in that first fish on the new bait, and got the skunk out of the way. But now we're gonna head over to one more pond before we wrap this thing up. I think that pond is gonna come through with some nice fish on this bait, because they do love Whopper Ploppers over there, so they should love this theoretically. But I am kind of pressed for time because I got to get to work this afternoon, but we're gonna make the most of the limited time we have over there. And I'm gonna wade my way back, hop in the car, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, this is actually pond number 3. I skipped one in the video because there's no need to see me not catching any fish whatsoever. But this one right here is a solid pond. It's hit or miss with topwater, so it's far from a sure thing. I thought the last one was a sure thing, to be honest, and nothing really happened there. It's kind of scummy and hard to use this revolver there, so this one is wide open. Should be good for us here, and we got about a half hour left before I gotta get over to work, so hopefully we can make it count on this pond. Oh, that was a big hit, dude. He just completely missed it. I mean, he hit part of it, but that was a nice fish, probably 3+ pounds. Just not committing to it. Just kind of bumping it out of the water, but I could see by the disturbance he caused, he was not small. Big hit, big hit, big hit. How big is this thing? Is running straight towards me. Oh, it's nice. Probably a 3, 2 or 3. Okay, 3rd pond comes through. Nice fish, guys. Revolver, baby. Come on. Come here, buddy. Don't get me around those dock pegs. He really ate that thing. Oh, come here. The water's so low, it's hard to get down to where he is. He ain't coming off though. Boat flip. Oh, yeah. Solid chunk. Solid chunk. I put in some work to get this guy. Real solid fish. Yes, yes, yes. The revolver has come through. 2nd fish landed today. 3rd fish that we've actually had to really bite it, but real nice chunk right there. He's definitely been caught before too. Look at the side of his lip. But easily over a 2-pounder, probably 2.5. Get him right down there, back where he belongs. But that is just so much fun catching him like this. I was just going with that slow, steady retrieve again. Usually I like to go a little bit faster, but for the optimal sound coming out of this revolver, it seems like you want it slow and steady. Whopper Plopper, I kind of go a little bit faster. Big hit, big hit. I was just about to leave. Not even that big, but just killed it, man. I was throwing 5 more casts. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. That's a 3-pounder. Calm down, buddy. I was throwing 5 more casts, told myself 5 more casts. That was my 3rd out of 5. And that's how we're ending it out. Slamming a nice one. Definitely bigger than the last one. Nice bucket mouth on him right there. He was hungry. Solid looking bass, probably about 18 inches long. Hit way out there in the middle. Hate that I have to go, but work does need me today. But thanks for biting, buddy. See you later. Oh man, I'm glad we got on some fish. It was just a grind all day long today. But the Googan revolver came through. Not in a huge way. I mean, it was definitely a struggle But we did get 3 nice topwater fish on the Googan Revolver. Similar to a Whopper Plopper, and to be honest, I don't think it was any better or any worse than a Whopper Plopper, just a very similar bait, kind of a knockoff. But it's something fun to try. It's always fun trying new baits, especially with this little plopper piece right here in the middle. It makes it a unique bait, gives it a different design than the Whopper Plopper, and the super sharp hooks as well. It's just an all-around solid bait, something I will continue to use in my arsenal alongside the Whopper Plopper and alongside tons of other topwater baits that I like to throw. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. Most importantly, subscribe, drop a comment below, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads right here on the channel. For now, I gotta go, but I'll be back on the channel very soon with another video. See you guys next time.